see that wind?
Mm-hmm.
Crosswind happening.
The field goal is good.
We're out. Wow. So much fun. Look at that. Stay out of the water for that.
Sorry, guys. The water's coming up on me.
I made a quick decision to go the other way. Ended up in the
Woo!
fun, man. This plane needs to be back. This is something back under that. Oh, just smack.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Motion RC Live, episode 35. It is September 3rd, 2021. I'm James. Behind the camera is Alex producing our little live show here, and I welcome everybody for joining us once again. You just saw, that was one of the many flights we did yesterday on the Dragonfly. had a lot of fun flying this thing around, so that we'll talk about it a little bit, show some more footage. It's a lot of fun. For what it is, it does exactly what it needs to do, which is just have fun on the water and on the beach. I was like driving it all around the sand, into the water and out. It's a lot of fun. Definitely a good time. Anyone who lives near a body of water, if you have a boat, like this is something you should keep on the boat and just do it when you're docked and having a good time. But welcome everybody, and we got another fun show today. There were a lot of good shares I found throughout Facebook, Squawk, and YouTube. So all the links to any of the YouTube channels that we're featuring on today's episode that we're going to show are in the description below. And I got to add a link to the Dragonfly. I don't know why I didn't do that already, but I hope you're having a great Friday. I want to say hi to some of the names that I'm seeing in the chat right now: Rodney, Dads, Charles Putney, Air Guardian, Blues Dragon, Caroline Tyler RC. We've got a lot of people. John G. I see a lot of people here. And Jolly Pirate, you rejoined, so welcome aboard once again. We'll accept that, and it should be rather soon. That's the 6-month mark is coming up, I would think, right? So it should be. If not, so then we should get some another changeover in the side, I believe. Your little emblem that you get for being here for overtime or whatnot. But again, welcome everybody, and I say let's get started going around the community. We had a few things on Hobby Squawk, and I see you is in here, so we might as well start there. Yeah, you, I guess last week might have been the first time. Maybe I'd seen your channel in the past, but, it's been a while since I found it again till you shared it. But you shared another video, I think it's an older video now, but your beautiful Canadian livery on your F-18. And you were saying on our live thread on Squawk that, you have a couple videos coming because you got to get out with your MiG and another one. So I definitely look forward to that. But the F-18 looks great. Couple nice passes, good takeoff and landing on the grass. Looks like you got a great place to fly, of course. And all around, just a good looking model for sure. So definitely head on over to Hugh Weedman's channel. Link is in the description now. And
that's big time.
That's big time. You made it. You. But we always love seeing your stuff. So keep on sharing it. Thank you. All right, moving on. Icarus II. He has that awesome T-33 custom in front, but he got out with a couple of other T-33s, so that looked like a good day. I'm wondering if that's going to pop up on his YouTube channel. It might be there already. I didn't check, but he shared these pictures. Again, in our Squawk thread, that link is also in the description of the video. So if you want to see your stuff on the show, definitely share it there. As long as it's Motion RC stuff. I saw some stuff sometimes that isn't Motion RC. We're not sharing that, but you're free to, talk away on Squawk in that thread. So come on, but I'd love to see this video. Good shots there of the T-33s. I get it back out in mine because watching these FPVs, I have mine set up for FPV at the moment. So what's it called? Seeing one of the motion sick videos that we're going to get to in YouTube, it's going to be really awesome. Brian, can you make a separate video covering the paint used on a foam plane one of these days? There are a few videos on our channel about spray painting foamy. Jeremy Salt actually did one a while back. It's on our channel. It's a very long video where he goes into, everything he uses on transforming an L-39. So you'd have to search back for that. It would be in our extra help section. But then also, who's really good at that? Just Plain Crazy. Brandon McCormick's channel, Just Plain Crazy. I want to give him some love. He's always doing work. He just did one on his AL-37, on an AL-37 paint. And for the most part, Rust-Oleum 2-time is what I use when I spray paint my foamies. If I'm going for, a big solid fill or even just, big sections. Sometimes I use an airbrush, but I tend to go with the Rust-Oleum. It just works so well. But that's just me. There are a million ways to skin a cat, and that's just one of them. But definitely check those out. And yeah, no problem. But we'll get to more questions a little later. And then moving back to, here we go, back to Squawk. I saw this one get shared. This is Motion Sick and FPV. He's in his MiG-29, and they always make good, but he's chasing a 3rd scale turbine. And I love this intro to his channel, man. This is like, this should be ours. Turn the M upside down. Love it.
That's great.
Fantastic. And this video is great. You're going to definitely want to head over to his channel, watch the full thing with the sound and everything. You know, he does a nice edit there, but that's the T-38 he was chasing. Just looks so cool. I love it because he's got a run cam out on the fuselage, getting the you know, the clear footage, but but I believe he's got the DJI FPV in the plane, because even the cockpit view camera looks just as good. This was just 45 pounds of weight in this big turbine. Looks really good. I love when they do these chases and stuff. It's so awesome. Here we go. Take off. And then you can see the two camera angles when he gets in the air. But he stays on them really well. Look at this thing roll out. I love that shot too. Oh, sorry. T-38 is an EDF. My bad.
What'd you call it?
Called it a turbine.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. There's no smoke coming out of that. But either way, looking awesome. Definitely head over to Motion. He's always releasing good stuff on that channel. If you're into that, it looks really, really awesome. So, you know, well done there. Motion Sick and FPV. Link in the description if you want to go follow, sub, like, and all that good stuff. All right, so that wraps up Squawk. So we'll get moving right into Facebook, where majority of the content comes. The Facebook group is always popping with good stuff. And we'll start out with Arthur. You guys know Arthur. You've seen him on YouTube if you follow his channel. But he got out with his Corsair. Love that picture. Looking good. And I know you're flying a Spitfire, I believe, out there. You're going to have no problem where you fly. Can't wait to see the video. If it's already there, I'll have to check it out for sure. Then Anders, I love this scheme on the Avanti, like demo team, Swedish, like a demo team or a fighter scheme. Really awesome. I love when people take the Avantis and the sports jets and turn them into, you know, something different. So I can't wait to start seeing the Vulcans, because people are starting to get their Vulcans in. Seen a couple of pictures already coming through. So I'd love to see who's going to be the first to, you know, to do one up in something different. But either way, that just looks nice and clean. And we got Stuart Simpson. He got himself hands on a Roban MD500. So he's updating posts on, first he showed there was an out-of-the-box one, but now he's test fitting his electronics. Looking really clean in there. Would love to see the update on this, Stuart. Always nice to see the scale helis get on the show. So that is awesome. And then we'll move to, oh yeah, this was cool. This was just awesome. I know Air Guardian, I don't know if you caught this one, but Sergey Lysin shared this Su-30, the Su-35, and if you look in the background, is what's going to be the most important aspect. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome. And then there's one, I think one comes by. It's just like, it's just really funny. Like, what are we doing here? Those take off in the back, and then, oh hey, that's just really, really cool. So you were meant to be there. But either way, I love when you see that kind of stuff. So I thought that was a good share. Oh, he couldn't be there due to the pandemic. Ugh. That's the worst. But what a cool shot.
That's
Sergey.
so cool.
Thanks for that share. That was really, really awesome. All right, the Moon on Scott Meyer shared a couple onboards. He maidened his F-35, and then I think is this the Hawk or the Yak? Either Yak. Not sure, but just a couple onboards. Looks like a beautiful field, too, where they fly. That's a heck of a runway and a location. So
look at all that open space.
Yeah. Jealous of that open space. Just endless on both sides of the runway. Like some trails there too. Where are you flying out of if Scott Meyer's here? I gotta ask him on the Facebook post where he's flying out of, but it looks like a really great field. Then coming in for his landing. This was his maiden, he said, of his F-35. We risked the camera on the maiden, but looking good. And boop. down. Looking real good. Scott Meyer, that was awesome. Oh, and then we had Rhea Walsh. So we saw this Delta conversion stinger. He did post a video. I just must have missed it last Friday. I think he posted it like a half hour before we went live. So I didn't get a chance to include it in the show, but that's that Delta 64 flying around. He took a heck of a run and got it off.
That run was serious.
That was a serious run. But looking great. Looks like it flies nice. The sound was low, so I couldn't really hear there was really no sound to hear on that, but all around looking good. And we see Rectangle RC's got his hands on a Vulcan in the process of putting it together. At least he was last night, I think, when he posted this picture. So I hope to see some maiden videos coming out this week so we could get some more on the show next week. That would be really nice. Oh, then Ray Stark. I really like this. He went up, there was like 5 or 6 sport jets in the air. I think he said 5 Avantis. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there might be 4 Avantis, and I think a Futura might be in there. But either way, it looked like a great goggle, and I always love seeing this type of stuff. The camera guy does a pretty good job getting them all in frame for a good portion. They do a good job of staying relatively together when you're doing it line of sight. But always love that. GB Linden, yeah, man, I know. The shipping is just crazy everywhere. From every facet, from the big stuff to the little stuff, it's all out of whack. I tuned into your show Wednesday. I was wondering if you were gonna be doing an unboxing or something, have it there. But hopefully next Wednesday we'll get a chance to see it. Oh, Zachariah Walsh is here, man. No worries, man. That was a good share. I want to see if you get more video. I'd love to hear maybe a camera with a better audio. I would love to hear the sound on it. But it looks really great. And then once you dial it in, I bet it's going to have. But look at that. That looks
great. I love how like slow they're flying.
Yeah, they're just like putting them
floating around together.
I definitely watched this with some coffee this morning. Said, yep, that's making it on. For sure. But great share, Ray. And thank you. Then Nicholas Glorioso. Shared a video. He's a winner on our show. He was our live extra spin for a live member winner. So about 2 weeks ago, and he won himself Baku soldering station. He's a crazy dude, Nicholas. He does fun stuff. He's got a fun YouTube channel and such. So definitely thank you for sharing that so much. Happy that you were a winner, because I've definitely seen you, a lot on all social, in all areas of social. So it's always fun to see somebody you kind of know, even though we never met, win something. So thanks so much for posting that. Then on to John Killen, who's on his 56th F4. Now I believe it's the 5th, or actually the 6th, because one went down, then he replaced that one, and now he's on his 5th. And this is the scheme that he's going to turn this one into, going to represent for the Marines. Love that scheme. It's going to stand out too with his other you've been on, been around at the show. John's a big part of the show, at least in the comment section, and his shares on social, so he always gets on here. And got all his F4s. It's going to look really good when he's done with it. So I know he'll keep us posted, but keep killing it, John, for sure. And we can't wait to see. Then I saw this one. John Bedford shared this morning. He is, or Bedard, sorry. John Bedard? Bedard. He's got his Lysander. He said almost ready, pretty much ready for maiden. So as soon as the weather cooperates, he's going to get out with a big Lysander. And this is one I'm also very interested to see. I would just love to see, if you got somebody with a good camera, I would love to see a nice video of how she flies, because I've flown the Fairchild, similar probably flying characteristics, but I love the way the Lysander has that shape, and like all the Black Horse models, it's just a good looking model, man. That's gonna stick out at the club, and I can only imagine it's really big. it's a big one. That one, I think the reason I had gotten the Fairchild to do is because this one was just a little too big at the time. But thinking back, I wish I did this one. Then we had Henrik Weyers. He's a RC Pilot H, I believe, on YouTube. We're going to show you that in a little bit. There are actually 2 videos of this. So this was a mid-air crash, or the aftermath of a mid-air crash, between the F-104 Starfighter and a Goshawk. And he fixed it up. So here is what she looks like now. And then there were two different people who, two YouTube channels who released basically similar videos. And we'll get to it, but they both filmed two different flights on this and showed some of the other aftermath of the crashes. Then Dom, where's Dom at? Everybody knows Dom, Dominic Mitchell from Essential RC. He said he got out. Now, these are two Avantis. They were flying around, but one's got the turbine, like the K-45, I believe, and one's got an 8S setup in it, but he didn't have video. But either way, some of the pictures look really nice. But he said they both kept up each other in the speed department. They were right there, and it was just the turbine one, he said, just had more unlimited vertical, you know. Could just go for days in the turbine. But either way, I would love to have seen that video. Noons, I hope soon, man. Right now the Toros are here, so I've grabbed those before they're gone. I can definitely test. I got 3 of the Toros now. They are unbelievable. But I hope the Henlong ones, you know, come sooner than later, I guess would be my best answer for you. Just hang tight. Oh, and then somebody posted a picture. What is your favorite... I think it was Martin. Well, go to Martin Ritter first. Well, this was in the comments. So somebody asked, like, what are some good viewpoints of when you stick onboard cameras? So then a lot of people started sharing in the comment section. And this one was Richard Saltrey. And he has, you know, a couple different shots, but I love these 3. So he had one on the wing, said he was skiing on the snow, and then realized this shot shows, oh, the snow's deeper than I thought, and ba-bum. So that was cool. And then it was Martin Ritter's original post. He had this shot. And I always like this shot. If I'm going to do a jet on board, I feel like it's more appealing to see the gear, especially if you have a gear that, you know, is a little different than just popping out. If you got some extra bits on the gear, it always looks nice if the gear door's open. That would be one of the angles I like more than others. Brian, I saw that. I hope we do too. I wouldn't see why we wouldn't. That Merkava tank looked. I saw the pictures. That looks really, really nice. Another like newer tank is always welcome, even though I like the older ones myself. But some good posts there between Martin Ritter and Richard Saltrey. And that wraps up our Facebook community tour there. So definitely jump on Facebook if you're not already on Facebook. If the only reason to go on Facebook is to just see RC stuff like I do, I just follow all RC stuff, and that's all I get when I'm on there, so I love it. You always see some cool posts when you browse around. So moving on to YouTube, we do have a couple fun videos from YouTube, and I think I want to start with Tony Jensen. So we finally got to see he has the Black Horse Doe, the DO 335. And, you know, that's the prop on the front, prop in the back, party in the front, party in the back. And it sounds, there is sound on this, I think. Alex, I think you bring it up. Yeah, it sounds interesting, you know. A little whinier, but it looks like it floats and it looks like it flies really nice when he comes around. So I'm excited. This is one of the ones that again, I like that weird stuff. I like the stuff that's just sticks out there a little bit, and this one does it for me for sure. But I was happy to see it up, man. Looks like it flies nice. And then I was reading, I think it was on your thread or someone was saying that they you know, wish that they made a detachable bottom rudder, like if it would be possible to come off, because this is like when you're coming in for these landings, if you flare a little too much, you're gonna hit the, you know, the back of the rudder is going to bounce a little bit. But either way, it looks like she floats in really nice. So I'm sure after a bunch more flights, you're going to dial that down perfectly. But looks good. Glad she came back in one piece, and would love to see it. Yeah, Air Guardian, definitely. The noise is, you know, I wonder if you way to sync them up. That would even be possible. Or outer sync them. I don't know. Just the way, yeah, the way the wind goes across that one just sounds very different. Then we move on. So let's start with RC Pilot H. So this was Henrik when he had his F-104 crash. So he made a good video. It was a good edit of, you know, what it used to be. And then he takes it through, you know, that I guess that was the day of, and then the aftermath. The pilot's having a laugh about it. I like this. But definitely head over to his channel. But ooh, she was in some pieces, but not so bad. Then you get working it out. Maybe you got a new fuselage, but either way, decided to repaint it, do something a little different, and it looks great. I love the scheme you chose. Red, white, and blue really pops. And he goes back out for, now I forget, is this video, oh yeah, this one I think was his maiden. And then there'll be another video where may have been a little later in the day, but Dirk Vanderbank YouTube channel did like a very similar. So there's the pilot, Pierre. Good work on this too. Again, this one that I haven't flown, I don't know if I can do this one at my field. This would be the type of model next time we're going out to a big event. I would love to send myself one and just do it there. But looks good. And Justin Lamb has a video on our channel. He did a full flight on the F-104. Flies it well, and then boom! That's a remaiden, working it in. But a little late on the throttle at the end. But hey, she survived, lived to fly another day. And then we'll move right to Dirk. So Dirk, very similar. I don't think it was... unless this was the maiden, but I was trying to wonder, they're like two of the same, but different versions of the different accounts of the day. They must both be at the same field, but I just thought that was funny because they both popped up. Yeah, listen to Caroline Tyler RC. Click the like button, please. That always helps. But there he goes. And this might have been the maiden. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The F-104 is hard. Yeah, it's one of the more advanced jets. You got to be ready for it. Also, I wouldn't try to land it around my trees. Like, it'll never slow down. Meant to fly fast and straight. Speed everywhere. Just leave it full. Like, this is the model that you probably just put, if you could, you just put full throttle on a switch and no throttle on a switch. and just go with it. But much better on that one. And either way, all around, Pierre, great piloting. And both you guys, Dirk and RC Pilot H, definitely, both links are in the description. So go check out their other content and such. If you're interested in that thing. But that looked awesome. Now we got the Black Star FPV demo team.
RC Pilot H in the comments.
RC Pilot H, there it is. Dirk showed the maiden and you showed the second flight. Perfect. All right, so now we got ready for that. Now, Black Star FPV demo team. I love this, even though it ended poorly, but, you know, this is the same, I think, the same field and location, motion sick. But he's in his A10, and they were going for, it's cool, they're going for, like, the MiG was going to loop around, or, like, they're doing some, you know, they're doing some show flight stuff. But here it is. So we're going to try to barrel roll around the plane, trying to, you know, work on their stuff. And he said sometimes things work well, and then on this one, coming around, and they just get too close that time.
Oh no.
Oh no, mistakes were made. So this is the A10, I think, survives. Or no, the A10 did not survive. The jet, I think, is the one that went down. The A10 went down. I think the jet survives in that. But either way, cool video. I mean, you see what you're going for. That's tough.
Hate to see it, love to see it.
Hate to see it, love to see it. For sure. That's one of those. Everybody loves a good crash. Speaking of crashes, we got to do last year we did the crash contest around this time. So I think maybe next week I'm going to start us up with the crash contest, or the week thereafter. You know, if you got videos of crashes, you know, you submit them for a chance to win a plane of some sort. So we're definitely going to do that very soon. So that's one that should be in there if you want to share it. But it's up to you to share. So that wraps up our community tour.
What about Scott Greenfield?
I'm sorry. Scott Greenfield's MiG. I missed one. Oh, I missed two. We got two more. Hold on a second. This one comes from Jeff Leisure. This is Scott Greenfield's, whose picture you saw last week of this MiG. And now it's the, I made it the header on the Facebook community group. It's such a good picture. But this is Scott flying on his MiG. Fulcrum 1, Warthog 0. For sure. But this is that beautifully painted MiG from Scott. It's good to see some nice video, too, of it. Looking really good. Really pops, too, with the yellow and everything. More coffee, Blues Dragon. Actually, ran out of coffee now. Now I'm on soda. Then he comes in for a nice greaser, too. Yeah, it really is a lovely scheme, Claudio, for sure. I love the way she just floats it right on. Ba-boom. Can't ask for better than that. Really nice, Scott, looking good. And Jeff Leisure, thank you for sharing that to your YouTube channel. Looks like a nice club, too. I put that in there just to see the background of the club look like a nice place, for sure. All right, moving on. And the last one, Suko, another MiG. And this time was a MiG-29 Maiden. And also very well done video. Go check him out at Suko. The link is in the description. Give him a share as well. And, yeah, look at that. This was his Maiden, so, man, when you're filming Maidens, good for you. It ain't easy. You know you're going to share it out there. Or I guess if something goes wrong, then you don't share it out there, but it looks like he worked it out, and he lands it really well, too, for his Maiden. But I was checking out his channel, too. He's got a good channel, Suko, a lot of stuff on there. You definitely want to check him out as well. Love it. Took it nice and easy. And here he comes in. Now this is like a turn at our field. This he gets low in the approach. Coming right in. Woo! Love that. And then gonna put a feather under it.
Can't ask for a better maiden than that.
That was butter. That looks great. John VHU, Suko, that's my MiG. Oh, that's funny. Sweet. So that about wraps up. Now that definitely wraps up our YouTube, our community tour and our YouTube tour. So it's already 12:30. Look at that. So I guess we will move on now to the Skynetic Dragonfly. Is that where we're going, Alex?
Yep. Right to the Dragonfly.
All right, we're going to the Dragonfly. All right. So I guess you saw the in the intro. If you haven't, I guess Alex can play some of that, or you got some of the slow-mo stuff. We're having fun with this model. So this came, about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. This released on our website, the Dragonfly, and it is just an all-around seaplane. If you're looking for something simple, it's plug and play. Runs on anything from a 1600 to a 2200 3S. I wouldn't go any more. I flew a couple times on both packs. I tended to like. Look at that. That looks awesome. I tended to like the lighter weight. I tend to always veer towards the lighter packs for things like this, where I can. I think it just benefited from it a little more. But all around, what a fun plane. I started just in the water, and then towards the end, as we were putting on a lot of flights on it, riding the wakes, it's just a lot of fun to do touch and goes off the water. But then she also maneuverable on the sand too. I was coming in and off the sand on landings and takeoffs.
We had a crowd too. The people at the beach were psyched to see this.
Yeah, there were some people putting their boat out and kept saying, "Fly it by us." I'm like, a little close, as close as I can. But it's really nice. Just I like the orange too. I noticed the orange made it so simple to see out there, but it looks great. Caroline Tyler RC, I have to say, I checked after every flight. A couple times I could tell that, as I was taking off, it would submerge a little bit. And looking inside, everything stayed dry. But I'll show you in a second when we come back to the table. You know, I put my receiver in a balloon. The ESC, as you'll see also in the assembly video coming out, the ESC is fully waterproof. Like, it looks like they put silicone. They basically wrapped the whole thing in silicone around everywhere. So, but everything stayed dry on the inside, which I was happy about, because I wasn't going, you know, I was trying to go hard with it too. It's just so much fun to fly up on the beach and then off from the beach, which is great. But yeah, snow, if you guys were gonna, you know, for the snow, this would be 100% perfect to fly around in the snow too. Look at it, just
I love the shot. You're like, are you crashing? Oh, you're taking off again. Let's go.
It just slaps. Like, it was so much fun, and for 3S power, like, you can't beat it for the price and the fun of it. Just to get to, you know, we're surrounded by lakes here, so we got a lot of these little entrances to the lakes all around, and it just works for, you know, works for sure. Now, one thing I will say, the CG, you know, on here, I have to figure out my CG a little bit, because where they give you the CG, I was nose heavy on both packs, putting it even behind where they recommend you to put the battery in the plane. Like, there's a line on the battery plate of where you put the battery, and I couldn't put my battery back any farther, or else I'd have to maneuver the Velcro straps and everything. So I just went as far back as I could, and it flew great. I just knew if I was going like inverted, I definitely had to hold up a lot more than I would like to. And one thing, which I know this plane can do, which I want to do as well, is high alpha. I mean, I'm sure this thing can high alpha all day. I saw somebody make a comment on Instagram that they'll get it into, you know, basically a stall, and then goose the throttle, and it'll sort of flip in place and then continue forward. So, you know, it's one of those prop planes that has a lot of jet tendencies in an odd way. Like, it'll high alpha into the water. Like, you know, I had a couple landings where it was just boof, and then just sat. But a lot of fun. Pretty, you know, pretty durable. I mean, I could 100% see if you smack too hard that, you know, I could see maybe that getting compressed. But overall, I had about 6 flights on it yesterday, and it was fun. So, taking a look, if I can show you. So, I actually did glue my aerials outside, or I taped them. So, taped them over from being waterproof. But then inside, I've got you want to go to that camera or this one? You're going to that one? Balloon wrapped a little bit. But it looks pretty good. I had no issues putting the battery in, and it really, you know, it's a solid magnet in there, and it really, you gotta like it really presses. So I guess you could add, if you wanted to add a little more tape on around the side or the front, you could do that to just give yourself some more added assurance. But if you check a look at the ESC, it might be hard to see. I don't know if you could zoom in right here, but that's all. Anything that would normally be exposed is now covered in silicone, so they give it you know, give you a much better chance. But yeah, this battery line, I had my battery back to about where the Velcro is. I would have to slide the Velcro back. I think the battery would almost be better where the ESC is on this aircraft. Might even get it, you know, might get to where I need. I would not want to add weight to something like this, so I'd much preferably just manipulate the battery till I get my CG points. But overall, I had my rates pretty tame. I'm about like 60% on low rates I was flying around, but she can be a drill bit if you want her to be. But she's not too fast. Oh, what she really is, though, is just a lot of fun. So I'm super excited about this one. I'm glad to have it, especially with all the lakes around. But I would recommend over the 22. 22 was fine. That was the flight you saw at the beginning, and the flight, well, not review, but my flight, which will come later on this week or next week. I flew it on the 1600, and again, I just liked it because it was lighter. Let's see some question. Does it come pre-built? Paul, no. But it's very simple build. It's 3M tape strips that they have on the inside of the wings. The wings come built with the servos already connected. The ailerons are already connected on the wings. You just basically tape them on. You just make the connections in the fuselage first. And then same thing with the horizontal stabilizer. Those connect on. And that's pretty much it. But the motor, actually, I think the prop was already installed, and they give you an extra prop, which is nice. And then they give you the balloon for your receiver. You know, if you want to find another way to wrap up your receiver. But minimal, you know, if it takes you 15 minutes to put it together, that would be a lot of time. More just looking at the manual real quick and going. Yeah, Victor, I this is the time I think would fly off of darn near any surface. I was able to move it, manipulate it all across the sand. No problem. It just depends on where you start. Like if I started in a thick muck, then it wouldn't have enough power to get out of it. But once it's moving, then it sort of just, it can skim around anywhere. But I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe you'd want to paint the bottom with like a clear coat or something though, because there's no plate on the bottom or anything to protect the foam. So you'd eventually just eat the foam. Richard King, they give you an actual balloon and you wrap your receiver in the balloon just to help give you some water protection. You know, from water getting on the receiver. Oh, George Watch got one. Nice. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. I mean, it's just silly fun. You can fly it anywhere. I mean, sure, you can hand launch it at the field. Probably take it off from the grass at your field. I wouldn't take it off from concrete unless you did something on the bottom. I did not try to hand toss this one. I've flown planes like it in the past, and you could hand launch it for sure. But yeah, Caroline, laminate the bottom. That's what you'd want to do just to give it full protection. That would be nice. But either way, I just had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a great aircraft and a welcome addition. Anyone just looking for something a little different and something to you know, just go have some fun with without knocking the wallet out. But it's awesome. I've seen people light these up, LED them.
You mean us?
Us, yeah. We did that
It was
a long
us.
time ago. Yeah. It's awesome. Oh, mix some 10-minute epoxy and just coat the bottom with 10-minute epoxy. That would work, yeah. Just paint on some epoxy.
Packaging tape works also, says Matthew Brothers.
Packing tape works.
Man, I smell a quick tip.
I smell a quick tip. We gotta remember who said it, or I'm just gonna steal that idea, Matthew. Then you're gonna have to comment on that video and tell everyone I stole your idea for a quick tip. But that's a good one, for sure. Any problems with the wingtips catching water and turning it? I did not have that problem, but if you're watching that video at the beginning, I don't know, we didn't even notice a boat must have went by in the background, and it just threw some nasty, like, chop our way, so I didn't try to land, because I would have landed sideways with the waves, so I kept it in the air a bit, but I didn't have that experience, at least not on the 6 or so flights I did the other day. I mean, I'm sure it could happen, anything could happen, but I didn't have that problem. And 5-minute flight times, deuces, definitely. I set my timer for 3 minutes and 30 seconds of useful throttle time with the 1600, and I was coming down around 4 minutes, but I had 3.9 in the packs, so I could have stretched it. I could have definitely stretched out the 1600, but then the 2200, I set my timer for 5 minutes and just went with it. And then I landed about 3.75, and again, mixed throttle usage.
Yeah, this flight's about 5.5 minutes.
Yeah. This flight, yeah, went longer than the starting soon. I hadn't been done yet, and I think when I checked my cell on this, it was 378. Yeah, it's a good model. Watching it come in. Flare, flare. But I just love the way it slaps on the water. But yeah, every time I did that, I'm like, oh, is it going to catch? Is it going to catch? And it doesn't. I mean, I'm sure if I rolled it the wrong way, I would. I'm sure I could do it on purpose. But I don't want to do that. But all around, good looking bird. Happy to have it there. And ready, though, to get on to the next one. We got that Freeman. That was also new. That'll be coming up soon as well. Yeah, deuces. Waterbirds, night flyers, always something different, you know, from the norm. It's nice to, because you don't get a chance to, I know here, down here in Georgia, I mean, it doesn't get dark in the summer till like 10:30. So, like, nobody, I mean, our field's closed by 9. So unless I wanted to go rogue somewhere, you can't really do night flying. But there's plenty of water all around. Actually, the lake would be better. Do water and night flying at the same time, because you could get to the lakes at night and go for it. But then if you lose your plane in the lake, gotta watch out for snakes. I'm not gonna swim after it. I don't got a boat to go get one. I don't have a what are they called? Boat of shame. Boat of shame to go out and get it. Yeah, like skipping rocks, exactly, right? Should have called it the rock skipper. But that'll do it. So Skynetic Dragonfly, man, great option. Go check it out on the website now. And yeah, man, if that's what you're interested in, I had a lot of fun with it, so I'm excited. But I think now, since the Skynetic's done, before we get to the questions, it's time. All right, it's time for our weekly contest. Our sub spin and win. And what do we got? A little change up on the wheel, and our winner.
This week's winner
is Michael Lane. I think I saw him in the comment section. Michael Lane, come on down. James, good luck to me on the wheel. James says good luck to you on the wheel. Maybe one day it'll be yours, but this one is Michael Lane's. This is your win, sir. So this next spin, Alex has the camera set up. Be straight on it.
All right, I'm going 2 for 2. I called the Vulcan last week.
You called the Vulcan last
week? It's going to be the Avanti.
You're going for? You think it's going to be the Avanti this week?
I know it.
Michael Lane, he's in the chat. He's there. There he is. Woo! Hold on, coughing here for a second. All right, are you ready? Michael, are you ready? Got my hand on the wheel. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
That's a good spin. That's a good spin.
OV10!
Oh, it's an OV10!
Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
Let's go!
What a big win, man! Unbelievable. Michael Lane, congratulations, sir. That is a huge win.
Ginormous.
And that one is now gone.
Didn't we just replace the Vulcan with
just
that?
replaced the Vulcan with that. And the Bronco wins. Is this wheel rigged?
It's rigged.
Unbelievable. It's rigged. That is awesome. Congratulations, Michael Lane. I'm happy that you're in the show watching. Makes it always better when the people were here. To claim your prize, be sure to email me at contest@motionrc.com. And then, Michael, since you're in the chat here, when you do get it, take it outside. If your family's freaking out, get a picture with the whole family around your OV10. We want to see your pictures and, of your winnings, because we like to, and let people know, obviously, where you got it from. Because that's why we do it. It's so much fun.
That's crazy.
To do that wheel, that was a heck
awesome.
of a win. I got to, start decorating with all the winning options. We're going to run out of stuff to go. He better be writing that email right now.
Your phone's going to ding in a second.
Ding, ding, ding. And look at that. We got 15 minutes, and I am out of content for
have a good weekend
for today's show. So let's just talk. We'll move over to our question and answer section, and let's just wrap RC. What do we got? Any questions? What are people doing this weekend? Any events you're going to? Call it out in here, and I'll keep my eye on the chat and create some conversation. Yeah, I was so pumped about this one. There were a couple people on the beach behind me, but nobody was swimming or anything. So everybody was, it's so funny when you fly now, you forget that most people's never seen anything like this. So they just all flock out what is this? What is this magic you're doing? Oh, it's just a plane. I think I heard, we were out there the other day with something, and I heard somebody in the background go, man, that must be bet that's $10,000. No, it was $250, maybe $500 with the radio. So, can you do a vid on the hand launch of the 64mm Phantom? I can. I'll get them set up next time I go to the field. Are you the one who commented? Somebody commented on one of those videos, but the F-18 and the 64mm F-22 that's up there. Again, they're for the most part the 4S. Is where you're going. So they should have no problem hand launching them. But I'll do it if you want to do it. I know a lot of people do it already. They're the only ones that come with the gear, though, in that, in that 64 millimeter range. I think the other, but, like I said, I answered you in the comments, like the F86, the Lipish, all the 3S powered 64 millimeters are all, hand launch with ease. So by just having the extra power with those two, they shouldn't be hard to hand launch, but I'll do it. Just got to give me some time. Kevin Hogwai going camping in the mountains. Nice. You bringing any planes? Can you fly up in the mountain somewhere? Boom, boom, boom. Harry Miller, give merchandise away with your time. Yeah, that was a big surprise there. I was expecting that one to be on the board for a little. The Avanti's been on there the longest, I think, as far as big
Since
prizes.
like day one, I feel like.
We haven't landed on that one. Gregory Miskinnis, no, I have not yet. On the P38. No, I did the, we did the P40.
No, not the Nexa one.
No, I don't have a Nexa P38. No, I did not. I have not done that. But there's a couple people who I believe have it on Squawk who are talking about it, but I haven't gotten that one that for. Big Jim looking for hints behind James. Keep on looking, my man.
There's a bunch.
Keep on looking. I bought a new 7 TKS board for my Panther, but now their mode is binded to 2 different tanks. Is there a way to alter their frequency so they don't control each other? Ooh, I'm not sure on that. That is a question. Customer service would know that answer a lot better as far as your tanks than me offhand. Oh, somebody lost. Going to Rhinebeck next weekend, Tony? Nice. You're taking, you gonna take both the Gilmore and the DO? Do you have a transmitter on the board? I don't. I may have to. I'm running out of spaces. We may have to throw a transmitter on the board. Shipping questions, I can't tell you. I not my department. Would you belly land a Vulcan? If I had to, not on purpose. I wouldn't make it like a hand launch. So that's Snow Valley. You just won the Vulcan. No, don't belly land it. Why are you gonna belly land it? Put the gear down and float her in.
I think he's got some questionable grass.
Oh, you got some questionable grass. But then it would be even worse to belly land it on, I don't know. I don't know. It's not made for that. So you'd probably either put some protection down, but, it could mess with your ailerons, like your control rods. They're all on the bottom. They're going to be exposed. So you hit something, I think you're just asking for trouble that way. Can I refund my mug for another chance at the wheel? I'm sorry, Blues Dragon. I feel bad. Like we've given away less mugs than we have.
More planes
Arthur
than
RC.
mugs, you mean?
What?
We've given away more planes
we've given
than
away
mugs.
more planes than mugs for sure. And there's 2 mugs. Like a lot of these have doubles, mugs, T-shirts, all that stuff. Unbelievable. But Flanker Tanker. I don't know which one. Oh, just purchased one from the Euro warehouse. Can the Dragonfly be hand launched? Should it be necessary to do so? I believe it can. Yeah, I think the Dragonfly would be able to hand launch. It's got plenty of power.
Yeah, you took it off sand,
Yeah,
so I think it could get off your hand.
Yeah, I think if you give it a nice toss, it's gonna go for sure. Mike Reynolds, hang tight, my man, hang tight. For sure. Cessa 3110, flying Sunday. Arthur, no problem, anytime. Sharing your photo. Someone knows there's a Warbird event this weekend. Oh, and Arthur has his Corsair video is online in 4K, so gotta go check that out. We have a Corsair video coming too. I recently took mine back out again. Need to get restocked on the Balsa Birds for sure. Tony, where are you located again? Tony Jensen. I feel like I don't know where he's out at in the world. Michael Lane, mini wax the bottom. Yeah, that'll work for sure. This one, I don't know about the Vulcan. I wouldn't do that if I was gonna belly land the Vulcan. Oh, you says no mini wax. It's water soluble. Oh man, so now I just end up polluting. Oh, Tony's up in Binghamton. Nice. Hope you weren't. Oh, and anybody up there, in our old neck of the woods with the hurricane, that was, terrible to see the devastation in New Jersey and in the city all around New York. Where we were from, they didn't get hit on Long Island, but a lot of people, were underwater for a good little while. Some of those videos were absolutely crazy. On abusing the Vulcan. Find a real AME field to fly. Yeah, that's your best bet. Snow Valley. Now, I don't know, Snow Valley, you never flown a jet before? So, probably be best to be at an AMA field for it and just be around people who, can help you out. Those last minute, checks and things like that. It's always good to fly at an AMA field. For sure. Did paint the bottom. Hopefully see more Black Horse jets. Well, we hope so too, Victor, for sure. Ninebot's that big one. Hopefully we'll see it. Guys spreading a rumor that the Su-35 is going to be... People always spread the discontinued rumor when something's out of stock.
They just picked you out, Air Guardian, just to
They
make you
just
sweat.
yeah. Don't. There's no rumor. Don't believe the rumors. Everything right now, it's just, if people can't see that the world has shipping craziness, when things are out of stock, it's literally, it's on a container somewhere. It just got to get here. Is going to be the best. What's the longest, Phantom? What's the longest I would leave a full charge lipo? I don't leave them more than a day. 2 days would be overdoing it for me. If I get back home and I've not flown a lipo, I'm gonna sit there and storage charge it, all of them, and get it done as soon as possible. Storage, when you leave a battery fully charged for longer than 3 days, you're just, you're allowing chemical reactions to happen that could puff your battery and just, it's going to end the life of the battery faster in, you'll lose the back end of your life of the battery. So if you're not going to fly it, storage charge it ASAP and put it back. That's the best thing I could say. Alan Davidson, no, that feature is not available. That's a receiver feature, not a plane feature. This is plug and play. You put whatever receiver you want and you fly with in here. And I have a Swift, so both belly landers. Okay. Well, look, Snow Valley, I'll be excited to hear your experience with the Vulcan, because in the air, you're going to have no problem with it. It'll just come down to, you got to get to learning. It's going to be a good model to learn how to land with gear. And landing with gear is going to be very similar to landing belly land. You're going to try to, get in that high alpha position. The only difference is you're going to put it on the gear this time and not just go across the grass. So you're almost there, but this is the type of model you'd want to, cut your chops with, I guess. Did I say that wrong?
And if not, the crash contest is coming up pretty soon, so make sure you're filming your maiden.
The crash contest is coming up, and the Vulcan might be a prize. So you could win a Vulcan by crashing a Vulcan. You can. I had to. What did Thano say? So something like I had to kill. Oh, I used the stones to destroy the stones. That's basically what happened there. That's really funny. But yeah, man. I knew Kevin Hogmead, I need to replace my 6S bats, keep losing cells, but they're 3 years old. Well, that stinks. That's never fun. If that happened to me with a pack, then that pack's just, I don't try to reuse it anymore. But eventually everything has a life. Everything has a lifespan. Alan Davidson, Vulcan's top speed, advertised about 115. We expect people to get in straight and level flight, flying through, but then, out of dives and all that, who knows? You could definitely get over 120, probably push 130. But I say about 115 is a good number that we have on there. Flanker Tanker, Dad's RC. Well, hello, I got a Dragonfly. Nice. Big Jim, thank you. Quick tips. It ain't easy doing the quick tips. I'm glad we did it, but, we haven't missed a beat yet. Every Tuesday, we're going to have one out there, so sometimes they're better than others. We sort of, those get produced as things come in. But we like doing that. It's, just good, quick information, quick hits that people can hopefully digest and then go explore if they want to get in deeper. But some people, like especially beginners, I know you don't know what to look for. Sometimes you didn't even know you had a problem Snow Valley Park, I have lots of stalls. My field is great for those big wheel gears. I just don't want to bend these retracts. I hear ya. I mean, you share a picture, maybe on Squawk of the field. People get a better idea, but
the measuring stick in the grass.
Go get to a big parking lot or something. Get some pavement under you, and then you're gonna have no problem at all.
We don't have a quick tip on battery storage.
Big Jim, I think we have a tip on battery storage. Again, what do? You move it from balance to storage mode, and then I always do my, at least the chargers I have, 1 amp is about the max that they'll discharge at, usually, is where they'll go. So, you just set it up the same way you would balance charge, you're just doing it in storage at 1 amp, and then you hit it, and it brings your battery down to about 3.8 across all the cells, regardless of what battery is. That is your storage charge voltage you want to be at. So a lot of times I'll fly, and if I land it's 3.87 or something, I'm fine with that. I will store that battery. I won't further go put on a storage, even though I probably should, because it could balance. I check each cell. If one's too far one way, then I like to storage too, because it'll bring all the cells to equal. And then you check it again before you charge it and see, did one cell drop more than any of the others? There's a lot of factors into it, but we definitely have one on storage charge if you check through the playlist. Let's go. Hit version flies amazing off land and sea. Cool, James. That's awesome. GB, I've been sending my subs your ESC videos, James, when they have questions. Oh, nice. Thanks, man.
We have to watch that video too.
Yeah. I have to watch. I still go back. I watch my gyro videos every time I open up a new Eagle gyro. I forget the menu, so I have to watch myself tell me how to do it. And then the Admiral videos sometimes. Well, that one I knew good.
Crash Gordon?
Crash Gordon. No, that's another company's brand. So, nope. We would not be able to sell those. You anticipate a price hike across your products? Just want to know so I could save my money and get some before it does go up. I mean, the world is what the world is. I don't have those answers though. But the best time to buy anything in life is today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Yeah, Michael Lane, 3.8 is where you want to always do a, storage charge. And then when you're charging, I always balance charge. I never just go to the charge function, because if you go to the charge function, when one cell reaches 4.2, I think it just ends it. It'll just stop the charge. So you might have a cell that's at well, it wouldn't be too far away, but like 4.15, and another one's at 4.2. Balance charge will take the time to bring up all the cells to match, and then you take it off. Kevin Hogwe, what missiles would I use for the Gripen? I don't know, maybe I always like the F-16 package. Has everything in one. You get the most bang for your buck. But I would probably 3D print them. Would be my bet. Dirty D, there's a lot of guys on Thingiverse who, a lot of files on 3D printing. I'm sure a lot of guys in here could print some up for you and ship it if you pay them. They'll get it out to you. Glenn Davis, I hope so, but I don't have an answer for that. Can you schedule Callie as a guest? Big Jim, actually, Alpha asked about that. I would love to. I just know she lives in the boondocks. I don't even know if she has internet out there. She probably does, because she gets her email. But I would love to talk to her. That would be awesome. They're like a husband-wife team, I believe. Have them both on would be great. Randy Reed, no man, no need to thank me. That's part of the gig. Victor, hopefully, maybe, something for everyone. Think about where our website was a year ago or 2 years ago. How many more options are out there now? Something for everyone. That'll stuff be out there. I like Crash Gordon. That's a good name. All right, man. It is now approaching the golden hour, so we're gonna go to our in closing section of here. I don't know, Ken Bird, does she? The only one I really know who does graphics is Callie. I feel like, and she must have such a, I feel like people say, oh, it should be easy to do it, but I'm sure it's not easy, and I'm sure she has files, and now she can take a new plane based on dimensions and whip something up pretty quick. I'm sure that took a lot of time to build that stuff up. So Callie's still, I think, would be the best bet. Crash Gordon, yep, you could buy water slide decal paper. You just need a good printer, you know? Most inkjets that you're going to buy are just not as good, you know, as whatever machines Callie prints on, because, you know, those are going to be pretty much flawless. Whoa!
Oh, it's happening in real time.
For 4 months.
It's happening.
Phantom. Is it?
It just happened.
Oh, yeah. Member for 4 months, Phantom. That's weird that popped up like that. Cool. I remember when Motion opened. Yeah, it was what, 2011, 2012, I think? Been a while. Almost going on 10 years. Big Jim, thank you. All right, everybody. So that pretty much will wrap up this week's show. I know next week, everybody wish Alex the best. He is, can I tell him? You're out of here.
I'm going to Vegas, baby.
He's going to Vegas for his bachelor party, so he's going to have a good time next week. So it'll just be me producing next week's show. So I'm going to do my best, and I could really use your guys' help if you want to share some videos and content, because it's going to be a lot harder to do it all in one shot. But I might have a couple things to show you guys next week, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Of course, we will spin the wheel again to one lucky winner. Congratulations so much to Micah Lane. That's an unbelievable victory, and I'm sure I already have an email waiting for me, so I'm going to go tend to that as soon as possible. As always, guys, enjoy what is now September 3rd. Hope your September kicks off right. Football season is around the corner. It smells like that outside. Always love this time of year. Weather's perfect, so hopefully you guys get a good chance to fly, drive, sail your boats, whatever you're going to do RC this weekend. Enjoy it, and we will see you next Friday for episode 36 with Motion RC. Bye, guys.
See you in 2 weeks.